San Antonio police make an arrest in a capital murder case. Curtis Ray Wilson was arrested yesterday, charged in the shooting death of two teens. It happened on September 18th on the 200 block of Noblewood Drive. Two other suspects are also wanted in connection to the shooting.
Curtis Wilson. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Antonio Arriola.
Defense.
Bud Rittenhour for Mr. Wilson.
And are you Mr. Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
And cause number ending in 27B. You're charged with deadly conduct, discharging a firearm in count 1 and count 2. Is that correct, state and defense?
That's correct, Judge. Yes, Judge.
All right. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And the cause number ending in 28B. You're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication and that cause number, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your plea bargain agreement, the cases are to run concurrently. The state is taking in consideration 2024 CR 3009, County Court cause number 732604. And in the plea bargain agreement ending in 27B, state is proceeding on counts 1 and 2. Punishments be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There is affirmative finding of deadly weapon, and the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainants. And then in the cause number ending in 28B, there's a cap of 12 in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State opposes your application. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement in each cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in cause number ending in 27B, how do you plead to count 1? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay, no contest.
Count 2, how do you plead?
No contest.
And in the cause number ending in 28B, how do you plead?
No contest. No contest.
State any evidence.
For each case, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 with attachments.
We've reviewed them and have no objection.
In each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. We're going to come back on December 19th. I'm going to ask for a PSI TAP evaluation. On the 19th, I'll review whatever evidence is presented to me and make a decision on your application.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense.
All right. Thank you. R2928B, State versus Curtis Ray Wilson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
Bud Rittenhour for the defense.
And are you Curtis Wilson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea on November 7th to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State opposes your application for deferred adjudication. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 2927B. And the state is taking into consideration some cases. All right, and also 2024 CR 2927B. And that cause number, you enter pleas to count 1 and count 2. The state waived count 3. And that's a deadly conduct discharge of a firearm. And according to that plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years. And it's to run concurrent with 2024 CR 2928B. And there are 2 other cases that are being taken in consideration. Any witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
That we have none to testify. I provided the court a motion I filed this morning with statements from members of the family. We do have 3 members of the mother, father, and stepfather are present in court in support. They're not asking to testify.
All right, any objection to the court reviewing the letters of support?
No, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. Let me review that. And the letters of support are from the defendant's father, former teacher, cousin, stepfather, and mother.
That's correct.
All right, the court has reviewed the letters. All right, defense.
Obviously, we're asking for the deferred adjudication, Judge. We get here in both cases by law of parties and not by direct action by him. Mr. Wilson was 19 years old. In fact, he turned 22 months ago at the time of this offense. He has graduated from high school, actually withdrew from Sam Houston, finished it online, home tutored by his mother. He had just gotten with the wrong people, going places, not questioning where he was going. He and I have talked a great deal since he's been incarcerated. He understands that you can't just pick up with people and go and not ask what's going on. He has some positive plans as indicated by the letters for his future. The young man has a good head on his shoulders and a good positive attitude and definite plans for the future. Sending him to prison at this point in his life is certainly not going to do anything for him or society. Giving him a chance on deferred, understanding the full weight of the punishment is pending over his head should he not make it. He's motivated to finish that, get out there, get training, and just become a productive member of society. He intends eventually to own his own business, looking at truck driving and some other things. So he's looking at the future. He's had a lot of contemplation since he's been in custody. He certainly does not apologize, is not the right word. He's almost ashamed that he was involved in this thing. At the scene, he was a passenger in a vehicle. He knows he shouldn't have been there. We're asking for the court to give him a chance.
Okay, the defense is saying that he did not know what was going on or what was going to happen. Do you have any response for that?
This. Everybody makes mistakes. You make a mistake, don't do it again. I got caught up with something because I was with other people. Well, Mr. Wilson doesn't actually acknowledge what mistake it is that he has made. And as far as I can tell, abdicates responsibility for the choices that he made. He got caught up with something because he was with other people. Not, he chose to be with those people. He chose to do what they did. He got caught up. As far as I can tell, Mr. Wilson still refuses to take responsibility for his choices. And as long as he's going to refuse to take responsibility, he belongs in prison.
All right, so I'm reviewing the facts of the case, and in the facts of the case, it says that they were, the person identified him because they knew him from school. He identified which position he was in, and that a person went in with a mask on. So at what point are you not aware of what people are doing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The question was about what was going to happen, what was happening at the time when everything is happening. Well, he was with the people they were going to do something. He went along with them. His mistake was not understanding what was going on, not asking questions about what's going to happen.
So he's saying that,
When people, actually there were multiple cars involved in this case. The one that he was in didn't have anybody in a mask. That came out of a different car. He never left the vehicle he was in. He didn't have a firearm.
all right, if he's saying he didn't know,
Arguing about whether or not the other people had firearms or not in that vehicle.
All right, if he's saying he didn't know about this plan and he wants a jury trial, I'll give him a jury trial. But based upon what I'm reading in the reports, I don't think he's a good candidate for probation.
Let me talk to my client.
Sure. Right. So what has, let's see, just a second. We're back on the record and 2024 CR 2927B and 2024 CR 2928B. Defense, did you have a chance to confer with your client?
I have, Your Honor, and given the choices we have, we'd ask that you would like to withdraw the plea and get a trial setting.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a jury trial setting on Wilson? State, how long do you expect this trial to last?
4 days.
All right. All right, is there anyone who came in later? Your name was not called. All right, everyone, these are the rules. Please follow these rules. For the people in the audience, you are not allowed to speak to any of the inmates for security reasons. If you speak to them, you're just going to be tapped on your shoulder and the deputy is going to ask you to leave. All right, who's here on Curtis Wilson? All right, where's Mr. Wilson?
Your Honor, state tells me he has left the building.
All right, so I'm going to issue a warrant for his arrest.
Judge, I'm asking that he be remanded without bond.
I'm going to issue a judge's warrant and remand him without bond. And we're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 2927B, 2024 CR 2928B, 2024 CR 3099, State versus Curtis Wilson. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Blood written hour for Mr. Wilson.
All right, this hearing is scheduled at 9 a.m. I did notate that I saw Mr. Wilson in the courtroom. Did he show up for court today, counsel?
He did, Judge.
All right. And Deputy, could you make an announcement for Curtis Wilson in the hallway, please? All right, thank you. All right, defense, do you know where your client is?
Do not, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, I'm asking that the court issue a judge's warrant and remand the defendant without bond.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant in each cause number and remand your client without bond. And the court did today receive a violation report. Counsel, have you had a chance to review that?
Given to us about an hour ago, Judge.
All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
San Antonio police make an arrest in a capital murder case. Curtis Ray Wilson was arrested yesterday, charged in the shooting death of 2 teens. It happened on September 18th on the 200 block of Noblewood Drive. 2 other suspects are also wanted in connection to the shooting. KENS 5 reporter Vanessa Croy has more on what police say happened.
Well, it's still unclear tonight what led up to that shooting or why those suspects opened fire on those 2 teens. But we do know how investigators were able to figure out the names of those suspects. San Antonio police say they got a call for a shooting around 11 a.m. on Sunday, September 18th. When officers got to the Owlsbury Farms apartments, they found 17-year-old Devin Taylor and 16-year-old Omar Neal still in their car. Both had been shot multiple times. They were rushed to the hospital, but neither one survived their injuries. According to an arrest warrant, witnesses told police they saw at least 3 people running from the scene of the shooting. Also at the scene, investigators found shell casings and a stolen vehicle that had been hit with gunfire. Through video captured at the apartment complex, investigators say they saw 3 suspects at the complex passing through the gate at the same time as Cantu and Neal. That's when an exchange of shots were fired, but police say an Amazon truck blocked the view of the entire incident. They later figured out through other surveillance video the 3 suspects had ditched their car at a nearby gas station. SAPD released video of the suspects going into that store. Moments later, another car comes to pick them up and they got away. After that video was released, a few people came forward identifying the suspects. Curtis Ray Wilson was arrested yesterday and still in jail tonight. His bond set at $500,000. According to that arrest warrant, 2 other suspects have been named in connection to this shooting. One, a 19-year-old man, the other only listed as a juvenile. We weren't able to confirm with SAPD if either one has yet been arrested. As soon as we have an update, we'll post that on KENS5.com.